Welcome to a short introduction to the PensionUnlock Agent. I developed the PensionUnlock Agent as my Capstone project for Google's Agent Intensive. So in Germany, fund-linked insurance policies like Riester Rentenversicherung face three main challenges that create a walled garden for users. The first thing is the walled access, or the restricted access. So the investment universe is very, very limited and you have only a small list of pre-approved funds. Then you have the data issue. You do not get, or often you do not get much data of the investment options and you have to do research yourself. And the last thing is set and forget. Yeah, you may have chosen your investment options many years ago and just forgot it. And obviously, it could be that it's no more the right decision, especially if modern products like ETFs haven't been available at that time and may now be available in your policy. So, and why an agent? It's quite simple because you can give him just very unstructured information. It can research and make smart decisions. So here, for example, call it a person named Thomas. He just gives the agent a list of available funds from his Cosmos Direct Riester policy. Then the agent will look through the options, rate them, and at the end make a recommendation based on his personal goals. So this agent was built with tools from Google, with Gemini, with the Google Agent development kit. Google Search is used and it could be deployed in the Google Cloud. So the current version is not production ready since I had only 2 evenings. It demonstrates that it in general works, but on many aspects it needs improvement, and especially this one is missing here on a perfect recommendation. Yeah, I think this you could spend many and long time to figure out to make the best recommendation. But anyway, when it's there, nice features could be to auto form filling, because mostly it's manual, so you have to get a PDF from the insurance company. There you have to enter all the new funds you want to invest in, and yeah, auto form filling could be very nice. Also, do not forget what you did, so a watchdog could be cool, so it rescans from time to time if it's still the best options, or do we have to make a change. And last but not least, if we really have many investment options, many funds, it may take a long time to make a really good research and a high quality research. And it also costs money, like computing power. And so I think it's a good idea to make the research once and then play with it until you are happy with the results. So a long-term memory would be very great and helpful here. Of course, you have to do the research again and again after a while, but you don't have to do this every day. So lessons learned. Yeah, it was really a rapid prototyping, so the ADK is very easy to use. So in 2 evenings I got a great prototype and I'm really happy with it, but of course it would take more time to get into details, and yeah, but that's how it is. And on the other hand, complexity, of course, is in the details or challenges. So when I try to implement some things which at first I want to make really complex chains of agents in the research process, but then had issues passing the values correctly and structured, and so I removed it because of my time constraints to have something working. Yeah, but that could be a topic to dive deeper into it. I think it's yeah, will just take a couple of hours until it works. Let's have a look on the technical architecture. So it begins with the input layer, where a user like Thomas enters his data, and then an interview phase begins. So the system asks for data and clarification until everything is understood. We know the risk profile of Thomas, we know how long he wants to invest, and we know in which funds he can invest. And when everything is validated, we start the research loop and search for the information for the funds. Then we have a logic which selects the funds. It's not only quantitative, it's also qualitative. And then, last but not least, the final recommendation is drafted so the user can see it on his screen. Looking above, we have the observability on logging, so we can see what's going on a technical perspective and also on a business perspective on how intense, for example, the service is used and which maybe issues we have. And on the lower part, here we use the Google search tool as a tool to make our research about the funds. And last but not least, let's have a small look in the solutions. Here in the Agent Development Kit web testing tool, you can see someone asking to reallocate the funds in his Riester pension plan. Then the system asked what's the investment horizon, what's the risk appetite, and which funds could he potentially invest in. Then it will ask as long as all information is ready, and if the information is ready, the research begins and the information is, the recommendation is presented.